Hello YouTube, this is Demar1079 bringing you another Transformer toy review, and today we'll be taking a look at Transformers Legacy Inferno. There. But before we take a look at him, let us take a look at his packaging. You can see a nice little box work of him and everything. He's a Predacon, name is Inferno, Legacy, Transformer, nice box art and everything. See on the back of the box some good little pictures of him and everything. You can go ahead and scan that little QR code if it focuses enough for you. Nice little box art there, nothing at the bottom, and that's pretty much it for that. And now let's take a look at him. And also this, for the first time, let me know in the comments below if you like the wide angle on my phone for doing this. I decided to do it for him to see how good it would be, but I think for the closer ups I will go back to this. So this will probably be good here. So here is Inferno. If not a lot of you know, he is a Transformer from the Transformer series known as Beast Wars. And for me, he's one of my favorite Predacons from that entire series because I just like how insane he was. As you can see, he's a red fire ant, probably why Inferno is his name. And a little bit backstory since it didn't give his bio. Tarantulas and Black Arachnia found a maximal stasis pod, or protoform. They were going to reprogram it into a Predacon, which they did. They just didn't get into it in time to make it scan to a spider, and it scanned a nearby ant field. So, and for him being insane, his logic circuits got messed up, so he actually thought he was an actual soldier ant. So in the show, he will call Megatron my queen for the royalty, all that good little stuff. And for this, he's a nice detailed red ant and everything. For him, posable mandibles, antenna, and his legs as well, where you can move them left to right, up and down, and his back ones up and down for the hinges and everything. And this one, I think I've seen the original toy. I like this a lot better. And for accessories, he does come with his weapon, his little blaster slash flamethrower. You can store it on him, but only in insect mode right there. Nowhere else. You can't sadly put it in his big giant butt. But okay, you can have him shoot while as a red ant. But that's pretty much it for the insect mode. Let's put his blaster right there for now, and let's get on to some comparisons. Here he is next to, I guess technically, his predecessors, the Decepticons, Brawl, from G1. Here he is next to the only other animal that I have reviewed, Fall of Cybertron, Grimlock. See, Grimlock will just eat him, and he hates Insecticons, even though technically he's not classified as an Insecticon. And of course, here he is next to Studio Series Jetfire. So you can see this big size difference. Even though technically there's maybe just taller than humans, the Maximals and Predacons still. He's supposed to be pretty big. Now let's get on to transformation. First, pretty much the easiest way I think to start is start at his ant butt, which is just untab the top here from these two little things to these tabs here, and just unplug the legs from here and all that and move this extra bit up for later just to get it out of the way. Now you just want to, let me move that out of the way as best I can, extend his legs out, and you can flip out both his feet at the same time, and there you go. And just take his legs and stretch him down and just untap him. There you go. You have his legs done and out of the way. You can lift his ant butt out of the way, fold these up and rotate them around so they're facing the right way. Fold up the ant part so these can go up. You get them out of the way. Just angle them just right. Now for that, extend the arms. You want to untab them in the center and just fold them out and rotate the ant limbs just to get them out of the way, like so. Just rotate them, and there you got one arm. The same thing for this, and pretty much you can get, you know, it's done right if this, I guess technically his thumbs go in right there and slot in, kind of like how this one is, so you know you have it in correctly. Rotate this around, and of course I didn't do it correctly. There you go. Make sure that lines up. Rotate that like so, that up. Rotate. Make sure that the little arm moves like so. Move that around. And now for the head. Pretty much you just want to open up his ant head, open it up all the way so you can fold up the mandibles, flip them back in, and as you're going down, just plug them in like so. There's that little hook right there, it goes right there. Now you got him in place, and now you have Inferno all done in his robot mode. In quite, I might say, a nice replication of his head from the actual show and everything. Got his little, you can see it, little Predacon symbol on his arm and everything. Translates it all pretty well from ant form to robot mode. And pretty much, like I said, beautiful head sculpt. It also can open to where you can get him to do some things like him always screaming, rattling his head about while he does, or get him to say little thought stuff like I did in little post I did saying for the royalty, and have him salute. Granted, I do have them his Megatron, so maybe down the line I will do that as a video, but not at this moment. Pretty much in this, he does now have proper storage for this weapon if you want to replicate him flying around, since he's the only Predacon that actually can fly, for at least the first season, fly around without having a form that is meant to fly. Which is basically, if any of you are old enough, I just found it on YouTube and all that. Plug it in like that. You want to make sure it fits like so. And now he can fly around like so, even rotate around like so, so he can go whoosh and fly off for his queen and everything. But then it comes down to, you almost have to buy two at this rate so you can have his weapon. Which pretty much you want to just make this look, you can give him his weapon pretty much only in his arms or legs and all that. I guess technically you could plug it in down there, but now he has his little flamethrower to where he can go burn all the Maximals and any enemies to the colony he wants, and just have him going. And he is a little bit back heavy. to get him to stand. So you almost want to keep him holding his weapon to, I guess, counterbalance him and angle him just right, or his little toes back. But pretty much on some nice joints and everything. Bend at the knee. You can only do that with his foot. Butt rotates as I showed you. Head, ball joint, head, hinge, little mushroom pegs, but the other legs get in his way to move him. Then you can move his antenna or something, I don't know. But that's pretty much it for that. So let's get him with some size comparisons. If he'll stand, stand you Inferno, stand. I know you're ready to go burn some Maximals, but stand. There he is next to Swindle. And technically in the show, so little spoilers, I think it's for season 3, or beginning of season 3, end of season 2. These guys are a lot shorter than these guys. These guys, I guess to put it almost into perspective, in their show, they made them smaller so they're more efficient with energon, where these guys are guzzlers, and they're, I guess technically, if you want a proper set of scale, these guys are almost Titan class compared to them in the show. Here he is next to War for Cybertron, Megatron. Not the namesake of Megatron from a different universe, the G1 universe. Here he is next to, since I have him, always here, Fall of Cybertron, aka Jupiter, Planet X, Optimus Prime. Here he is next to Transformers Studio Cities, The Fallen. See how they scale together. And of course, here he is next to Goku, which this is maybe about actual scale for how they are in the show compared to primitive humans. This is probably actually the best way to do it. They may be a little bit shorter, but this is actually how they size with humans. So actually, that's almost a true size comparisons. And of course, here he is next to my Legacy lightsaber. And that's pretty much it. So that was Transformers Legacy, aka Transformers Beast Wars. A good upgrade for Inferno. If he's a good figure, if you happen to pick him up, I got lucky. He was the last one on my shelves at Walmart. I finally decide, screw it. I liked him. He was an insane person, and he was one of my favorites in the entire show for the enemies besides, of course, Megatron himself. But pretty much there you go. So I want to thank y'all for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit that bell to notify you any time that I post a video or go live. And please leave your comments down below and tell me if you have seen the show when it originally aired, or you've seen it later down the line, or showing you. Let me know. And what do you think? And what is your favorite Predacon or Maximal? Let me know. And as always, I hope you'll have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. And pretty much I know what Inferno here would pretty much do. He would pretty much say he hopes you all burn, but he won't. See you. Have a great one.